Good day, everyone. You're welcome to chapter 5 of our book review, The Five Love Languages of Teenagers. Let me use this opportunity to thank everyone that has been following me up on the series. It has been a very, very smooth ride, and I'm sure that you're going to enjoy chapter 5. You remember, we started with the introduction. We did the first love language, which is words of affirmation. We did physical touch, and now we are on quality time, which is like the most difficult to administer. I remain myself, Adebayo Abiodun. Follow me as we go into chapter 5. Now, when Dr. Gary Chapman started chapter 5, he started with a short story about him and his son. There was a night he got home around, I think, 10:45 or 11:45. When he got home that night, he entered into his son, his 17-year-old son's room, Derek, just to say hello and say how are you. Alas, he sat down there and they had a conversation for like 2 hours with just a simple, sentence from his son that, Daddy, I don't understand girls. That was how they started into a 2 hours conversation. It is not easy to administer quality time. However, we must create time for it. Why? Because a lot of parents prefer to buy things, buy gadgets for their children that one can really that one can like replace my time because I have to go out to work. I have to do, but these are things that we should know that it's very, very important. And do you know that being in the same room with a child does not mean that you are spending quality time with that child? Proximity does not mean closeness. So if you want to spend a quality time with a child, you must be intentional about it. And there are some things that are being mapped out that can help us to spend that quality time. No matter how little that time is, make sure it's worth it. Number one is asking and listening, asking questions from your child and listening to them about personal. They should be free to have a personal conversation with you. Now, a child said that the father loves taking her for fishing, but she pulled out of that fishing because the only thing they discussed about at that time is just about fishing. They don't discuss anything personal, which the child prefer. The child would prefer that alongside as they are fishing, everything is not just about the activity that is going on, but things should be about their own personal things, their personal struggles, that her father should have conversation with her. So the father thought, oh, I do create time for quality time. Likewise, some fathers, maybe they play football with their children. It's not just about that activity. It's about you asking and listening to the child. Another thing is you must watch the body language of your child as you are spending quality time with them. Body language, sometimes maybe saying something and our body language is a different thing. So you must be there with all your heart. Watch their body language, watch what they are saying, so that you will not misunderstand them. Another thing you must look into is to avoid distractions. If you are doing something and you don't have time for that child at that particular moment in time, you can just tell the child, okay, I really want to listen to you, but let's give it some time. At so time I'll be available, so that you don't misunderstand them. Sometimes when you are distracted, the children also knows that you are being distracted, that you are not actively listening to them. So we need to watch it. If you know you don't have time at that time, then please tell the child that, okay, we can discuss this later. Another thing you must do is you must ask reflective questions from the child. Ask reflective questions about what they are saying. Let them know that, okay, this is how I understand it, or can you please explain again? They will explain to you so that you can really get the perspective. Another thing is listen to understand them well. Listen to understand what they are saying. For example, if a child tells you that, oh, I love to do this, you may interpret it in another way. So you can just ask them, if I understand you well, is this what you mean? Then the child will answer you. Then listen with all empathy. Listen with empathy. Don't talk at them, talk to them. You understand? A child, a teenager is no longer a child that you can just be passing instruction to. We should listen with all empathy, put ourselves in their shoes. There was once a time that we were also teenagers. You can cast your mind back to it and look at all the things that you wished maybe those around you were able to understand about you that time, but they did not understand. So apply it now. You are now in a position to help your child. Then you should apply those things that you would have loved maybe your parents or the adults around you really understood. So quality time is very difficult, but we need to do it, and we need to do it actively. Not just that shebi I was with them, you were with them but you were not paying attention to them and you were not discussing with them. Quality time does not mean that it's only when you are together with them, at least I was with them. No, the closeness, the togetherness has to be there. We must consider while having this quality time is maintaining high to high contact with them so that they can know that you are on the same page. You cannot be talking to a teenager and you'll be looking elsewhere. Another one is don't multitask when you are having this quality time. Remember, this quality time is about having personal conversations with them. So you should not multitask. Another thing you must do is to ask for permission to give your opinion. Yes, we may look at it that why should I ask for permission from my teenager? It's expected that I know better than the person, but what the essence of this is to show love to them. And if that is the essence, then you must do everything that will make the conversation run smoothly. So this makes them look at it that, oh, they are seeing me like as like an individual now. I have remember they are forming their own values and they have their own thoughts too. So that's why we must do everything to make sure that that quality time you are spending is really worth it, especially for a teenager whose love language is quality time. Then master the use of the word I, not you. When you are addressing a teenager, you cannot afford to just be saying, this is what you do every time, you did this, you did that. Instead of that, say, I feel angry when you do this thing. Instead of saying, you make me angry all the time, you make me do this, use the word, I feel angry when you do these things, and you see the difference. So we must master the habit of talking to them, addressing them as an individual. Sometimes when this happens, you can ask them questions. What do you think about what just happened? When you ask that question, it makes them to open up to you. They themselves will ask you question. Sometimes questions does not only beget answer, it also begets another question. So if you don't do all this, if you are the type that is just autocratic, sometimes we need to put our feet down that this is what I want, and that is when you must have rules and regulation, because so that any breach of it will attract a consequence which everybody already knows about. So what we are trying to say is that if you are spending this quality time and you are having these conversations, when you are too much autocratic, they will not come to you. It's either you push your teenager outside to go and seek advice somewhere else, or you make them aggressive. Sometimes when you are aggressive with them, it leads to a lot of arguments, or the teenager will be withdrawn from you, and we don't want this, right, parents? I'm sure we don't want this. Better to teach than to preach to a child. You know, let's look at the scenario of a preacher and a teacher. A preacher just comes and tells you everything without, they may not even really give you reasons or give you the opportunity to ask questions, but they are only there to preach and that is it. But a teacher, we dissect everything to you, we explain everything in total to you. Sometimes they even use physical illustrations. Do you understand? So it's better to adopt teaching rather than preaching to a teenager, so that they can know the reasons why something is being done. You understand? So we need to even offer reasons to them. offering reasons why something has to be done, not just because I mommy or hi daddy said so. If you are adopting that method of because I said so, you are not even giving your teenager the I mean the skill. You are not teaching them the skill to be able to think and to reason with you, because whatever instructions you give to them, they see it like it's because mommy said so, not because it's the right thing. So we need to teach them the reasons why they should not do something or why they should do something, so that they can sit down at their own time and also think about it, reason within them that, oh, this is the reason mommy said it makes a lot of sense, because they are forming their own values. And remember, we are trying to fill their emotional love tank. Also, you need to choose quality activities. Sometimes you can create an environment for equality activities. You can go out together, you can do things together. You must also be involved in their activities, maybe the activities in school, like open day, like anything they are doing in school. If you like, you can remember, or let me just use a scenario of myself. Whenever I attend activities in the school, in my children's, when they see me, they will shout, mommy, daddy, you understand, they will even coerce you to come, that mommy, are you coming, so person's friend is coming, that one's mommy is coming, are you coming? So we need to create time for some of these activities, even if not all. It makes our children happy. Like Gary Chapman was talking about, there is a particular, person, a musician that his son loves. His name was Buddy Holly. The man was already dead, but they went to like his home where he first started from and everything. They were just discussing about him as they were going, and the child really loves it. So we need to create and remember, the activities you are picking must be the one that your child loves. It's not just about you now, it's about them, and you must be able to talk about those things. This makes them happy. This fills their emotional love tank. So we need to be able to plan activities with them, give them reasons why an activity has to be done, or why you are not doing something. Also, let the activities be about the activities they love. Be involved in their lives. Sometimes you may even create time to do part of the homework with them, especially the ones you know, and just create that time. Just create that time. It may not be every time, but the little you are able to spend, they will really appreciate it. While words of affirmation is about you talking, quality time involves you listening more and also having a conversation. Another thing we can do on this quality time love language that we have been talking about is plan activities together with them. You must be interested in their own interest. Sometimes parents say that when my child was small, they were this child was a chatterbox. She talks every time. But now a lot of parents say that now that they are teenagers, they no longer talk to them like before. Recently, I read something on our parents coach, Coach Wendy. She put out maybe an article of a mother who said the child does not talk to her, and what she saw on a 13-year-old, a 13-year-old phone really baffles her. The child was in the bedroom, the mother was watching the phone, and a message popped up that said, I love the way you touch me, and she was wishing she did not see it. So the child does not talk to her. There was no connection between her and the child. I don't know what happened, but I'm just using that as an example that this is what a lot of parents say, that their teenagers no longer talk to them. In the past, when they tried to talk to us, what did we do? How did we respond to them? It depends on how we responded to them, and that is what will make them whether to continue to talk to us or to shrink or to seek for advice somewhere else. So we need to have the ability to also be able to initiate conversations. Maybe a child comes in and the child is not feeling happy. You can say, it seems like you had a bad day. in the school today? Can you have a shower? Then we can talk about it later. So you can initiate conversations. And we also find out that in teenage years, they now develop new friendship. They now see friends more important. It's not as if they see the friends more important than us, the family, but we need to understand that these are their peer group. That is what we call peer group. Those people understand them better. They are feeling the same thing, so they want to hear from them. They sometimes they use their peers as a standard. So it's for we as parents to be able to guide them. We don't need to dissociate them from their friends. All we need to do is to guide them and to know the kind of friends they are moving with, so that we can know if these are children whose parents have taught values and are making use of that value, so they will not derail our children from whatever values that we have instilled in them. So we need to allow friendship. And when we are planning a quality time, maybe like you want to have a family outing or something, you should carry them along. Or maybe you are planning something like a surprise. Your surprise should be something that you have already discussed with before, that is something they really like. Don't just plan surprises that at the end of the day the child will not appreciate it. Have you not bought a cloth for a child before and they won't wear it? Especially teenagers, they will tell you that they don't like it, or if they wear it, they will just wear it for you, but they won't wear it often. So we need to carry them along in activities. So some of the activities we can, in wrapping up now, some of the activities we can involve our teenagers, that we can use to plan quality time is, you can plan a family, date together, family movie nights, go out maybe to some activities place that are of interest to them. You can even cook together, you can make a special meal together. These are things that you can do to spend quality time, to have a quality time together with your teenager. Remember, we said quality time is not as easy as words of affirmation or physical touch. Those ones can take seconds, but quality time, it's like you sharing part of your life with your teenager, and they will appreciate it because they feel that, oh, you are seeing them as important. But when you create time for all other activities, like going out with your friends, going to parties, and you don't create time with them, they see that those things are more important to us than them. So let's try and create that quality time, and I'm sure that this will improve our relationship with our teenagers. Please, if you are joining me for the first time in this book review, you can go back to the past reviews that we have done, so that you can really get a proper understanding of this book that we'll be reviewing. So I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.